My name is Christine, and I am live here from sunny Gloucester, which is weird. It's not usually sunny. So it's nice to have a bit of sunshine. Um, and yeah, once again, I'm here to take over another session. And today we are talking about the use of plastic. How can we how can we stop, sorry, or minimize the use of plastic? Um, so we are going to talk about that today. Let me start off with Khushbu. Hi, Khushbu. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I
Can
am
you?
Khushbu. Yes, I am Khushbu. Hello, good evening, ma'am. I am Khushbu. I live in Kolkata with my family. I I am a homemaker. I have 2 kids. I have completed my Master of Science. And thank you.
Thank you very much. So, having completed a master's in science, maybe you can help us crack this one. How can we stop or reduce the use of plastic?
Ma'am, I think, in my opinion, avoid plastic such as drinking straw. If you will take like a shopping bag, don't take shopping bag like a plastic bag. Don't use plastics. We take a jute bag and then go for a shopping with your own bag. Don't take their plastic bags. And I think, ma'am, we don't have to use plastic bottles for water and for drinking purpose, like juice or any beverage. And I think and don't use the straw when we will drink milk or maybe some like juice or any milkshake. Don't take a straw there. It's not very useful for us. Actually, it is made up of plastic. Glass is okay. And use paper or cardboard packet for the things. Don't use a lot plastic.
Okay. Okay, very good. And when you're in a shop, the thing is that when you're in a shop, these bags that you spoke of cost more than the plastic bags. They have put up the price of the plastic bags, but they've made these tote bags much higher than the plastic bags.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Shopping malls are, if I have do some such type of shopping, then they give us like plastic bag or maybe cardboard bag, and they take some charges here in India per bags.
So what do you think? How can we? Because people still use plastic. Still, there is a big issue with plastic. So, do you have any ideas of how we can get people to reduce their use of plastic?
Yes, ma'am. We take always our jute bag or our small bag for stuffs. Don't take plastic bags from outside. It's very dangerous for animals actually. When ocean, we throw all the things in the ocean or maybe like a river. We don't throw there this type of plastic bag. Actually, some fish or maybe such living in the water, such type of animals are going to be damaged by ourselves because we have to use always the plastic. So don't use.
Okay. And do you think we should make any laws? Maybe though, should we make any laws against the use of plastic? Should we start fining people? Should we start maybe putting the plastic bags at a really much higher price than the cardboard bags? What do you think we should do?
Yes, ma'am. There should be some maybe we make some kind of a law. Don't use plastic bags. It's not good, and maybe it's a very dangerous for us also. In our future, I think plastic is not going to be reusable. Actually, when we when we when we burn that plastic, they biodegradable or maybe some very dangerous gas from that plastic. So this is not good for us and not good for environment also. So we think, ma'am, there should be take a step for us to make a law. Don't use plastic. It's very dangerous.
Okay. And what do you think about these factories that like, oh, well, any drink really, that produce bottles, plastic bottles? How can we help factories reduce their use of plastic?
Yes, ma'am. If we should make any law for that, or maybe we don't use plastic. Maybe we have to use some kind of another thing. This is not made up of plastic. Then I think it's good. And ma'am, all drinks or all juices are come in the plastic bottles, so it's not good actually.
Okay. Okay.
So maybe like it's a ma'am, it's plastic is a very challenging for us.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if we don't use plastic, then how can we use something
Exactly. What else can we use?
others? Yes, something like it's made up of, ma'am, like steel and made up of like any copper, steel, made up of kind of that thing. But it's no, it's not easy to, ma'am. It's not easy to handle one place to another place. It's too heavy. So we have to use always plastic bottles for drinks and beverage.
It is a tough situation, isn't it? It's a tough question. What else do you use if you don't use plastic?
It's very challenging. I don't have any idea. If we don't use plastic, then how can you use another thing? Actually, plastic is, ma'am, uh, very light, and it's very easy to play one place to another place. Is very easy to transport all the things. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to use always plastic.
No, I completely understand what you mean. We could possibly maybe use a light metal like tin.
Yes, ma'am, teen, but it's not, ma'am, good for drinking or another thing. Maybe it's a reaction with that juice or maybe some liquid items.
That is true. That is absolutely
Yes.
true. That's the science. There's the science in Khushbu, the scientific Khushbu that we all love. Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much,
Thank you,
Khushbu.
ma'am.
Let me move on to Veena now. Veena, do you have any ideas? How can we minimize or stop the use of plastic? Can we actually stop it? Is it possible?
No, it's not possible. Like many things are made up of plastic. The laptop which we are using, the mobile phone which we are using, the electronic gadget, like they are made of plastic. So it's not possible to stop using of plastic. Yeah, we can minimize the uses.
Mm-hmm.
Like for drinking water, we can use steel bottle or the Tupperware bottles, which are like they say they are not made of plastic. And for cooking also, uh,
Mm-hmm.
for saving foods, we can use steel containers, not the
Yes.
not the plastic containers. And for going from grocery shop or shopping, we can carry a cloth bag, which we can make at home also. It's very easy to make. We can carry that. These are the things which we can do, and we can like minimize the uses of plastic.
Okay. And what do you think about, like I said, factories, about plastic bottles? What can we do with that?
What the bottled water, they should they are providing, and they should use a steel bottle to sell, or the like with like the material which is used in the coke or diet coke or the coke, they should use that type of material to sell the bottle. It is not a plastic, and it is a very thin material,
Mm-hmm.
and it's easy to carry also.
Okay. And what has happened in India um, to help with this environmental problem? Because we all know plastic causes many environmental issues. Um, what has been done? What has the government done? What are is everyone pitching in? Are people doing their their share of recycling?
Government has banned the use of plastic. They have asked us to carry a shopping bag or anything, but the people are not carrying. They are going and asking the vendor to take 50 paisa or 1 rupees extra and give them the plastic
Mhm.
bag.
So even though there is a charge, people still don't care.
No, people think because it is easy to carry something in a plastic uh,
Bag.
yeah, but it's very, carrying a bag, it's very tough. Like you are going on the market and if you are seeing something and if you forgot to bring a bag, then you have to come back to the home and then or you have to buy another bag every
Mm-hmm.
time. Like what I have to do every time when I am going for shopping, I have to buy a cloth bag. So I have lots of bag in my home.
And why don't they make these clothes bag as, you know, I don't understand why they can't make them at the same price as a plastic bag.
Because clothes are I think so it's expensive.
It's a bit more expensive to produce, but if we
Yes,
could use maybe, rather cheaper, maybe
we,
recycled.
we can make it like from the jeans which we wear,
Yeah.
people make the bags, the t-shirt, the shirt which they wear, they make bags to carry. In the villages I have seen lots of bags made by the people, but in the urban area the people are thinking ki why we should waste time, just go and buy, it's just
Okay,
hardly 10
okay.
rupees.
You've said something quite interesting here. You said to me that it's the urban areas that's the problem, whilst the village areas, people who do live in the countryside do want to take care of the country.
Yeah, villages always carry their shopping bags along with them.
Maybe could it be that there is lack of education about the environment in urban areas?
They are educated, they are highly educated people, they know uses of plastic is making our environment very bad, but people are earning money, they think okay it's just hardly 10 rupees, so we can go and buy a bag there. Or they are going to the shopping malls, and the shopping malls the carry bags are too costly. They're charging 6 rupees or 8 rupees just for a silly the quality is so bad. I have like one or two times I also got, I have to buy those bags, but the
Mhm.
quality is very bad. After one time use you can't reuse it.
And do you have any idea what we can do? What's the next thing? What would be the next step? Government has made it illegal. What's the next step?
Making anything illegal is not a good matlab, it's not the thing. Government should be very much strict. If someone is using a carry bag, plastic carry bag, they should fine, they should charge them for 500 or 1000 rupees. Then only the people will understand okay now it's the government is being very much strict, so we should carry something.
Okay. Okay. Good opinion there. Okay. DT. Okay, guys. DT and Yuraj, I'd like you to think of strategies that the government can do. What's the next thing to do? Do you agree with Vina? Do you want, what do you think? What else do you think? So let me move on to Aditi. Hi, Aditi.
Hello.
Hello. So can you tell me a bit about how can we minimize or stop the use of plastic?
We can stop the use of plastic by taking small actions. Like uh, in cafes, we use drinking straws. We can stop that. And some cutleries are also that is made up of plastic. We can stop using them. Instead of we can take eco-friendly cutleries.
Okay.
Also, like Veena ma'am said, we can switch plastic bags in with the cloth bags.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, I also think that chewing gum, which is also made up of plastic, can also be switched with the natural and organic chewing gums.
Okay.
Or I can say we can reduce the use of packed products. Instead of that, we can take some bulk food, like in some malls we can see that vegetables are packed,
Mm-hmm.
like pre-stored or something like that. We can buy it from the small vendors.
Okay.
And uh, also we can stop using Tupperware plastic containers with glass or steel containers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. Good. Good ideas, definitely. And what is the next step, do you think, for government to do? Do you agree with Veena? Do you have another suggestion? What can government do next?
Firstly, the government should take some strict actions. Like they have taken they have banned the plastic use of plastic, but uh, instead of just putting a one article and saying that there is a ban on plastic bags, they should take serious actions. Like the one who uses plastic bags should be fined, or the one who is caught using the plastic bags are also have to pay some fine, or some strict
Mm-hmm.
action should be taken.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So some sort of strict action. And do you have any idea what this strict action, what kind of thing it should be? It could be.
um some fine, and
How much? How much do you think one should be fined?
that is no idea.
No idea. Okay. Well, roughly, what do you think will be effective? Do you think 500 rupees will be effective? Do you think 200 with 200 rupees people will listen? How much do you
I
think?
I think 500 rupees are okay, because for Indian middle class people, 500 rupees matters a lot.
Okay. So we are coming to some form of decision here in this class from our discussion. That maybe the next step is to find people, to start finding people.
Yeah, we can do that.
Guys, this is really good. Okay, so let me move on to Yuvraj. Well done at DT.
Good
Yuvraj,
evening, ma'am.
good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So what can you tell me about the use of plastic? What do you know? What does plastic do to the environment?
Ma'am, as I know and I have learned in my science class that plastic is very dangerous for our environment, and it is also when we burn it, some like very dangerous gases come out from him. So
Okay,
yeah, ma'am, that's why we can say plastic is very dangerous for us.
okay, good. And what do you think we should do about it?
Ma'am, we should carry our own bag, own like any cloth bag made by any cloth. We
Mhm.
should carry it
And what,
when we go for marketing or to buy
go to the
anything.
market? Hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
We
and
should do that.
what do you do, Yuvraj? Do you recycle? Do you do any of this?
Ma'am, I don't do because I don't basically go to market. I just go to shop to purchase something for me,
Hmm.
like
Okay,
not
so
in
you don't
toys,
use a bag.
Kurkure, Lays, these kind of things I used to purchase, and they are totally covered with plastic.
Oh dear.
So
Okay.
yes,
So what do you think? If you were in government, what would you do?
ma'am, I will take strict action on it. Like if someone found using plastic bags or anything of plastic, then I will charge 500 rupees for him.
Okay. And what about these companies? Because we were talking, like we said, with Aditi and with Veena and Khushbu, we all mentioned like Tupperware and all of these things that we use in our daily lives, and big factories that use plastic. What can we use instead? What can we do?
Ma'am, what was your question? Please repeat.
So like things with like Tupperware and all these factories that use that produce plastic bottles or food in plastic containers.
Okay. So, ma'am,
What
then
can we do?
ban this. The government should ask them to produce just 25% of plastic bags and bottles.
Okay, so there should be a
And
reduction.
if they produce more than 25%, then government should totally ban that factory or that company.
Okay, oh, that's an interesting one. Veena, what do you think about that one?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think about that one? Reducing it by 25%, reducing production by 25%. Do you think that's doable?
No, reducing production is not a solution,
Yeah,
because
I think yeah.
it will not help us. It will make us salary loss. There will be a salary loss. There will be the loss of employment also,
Hmm.
because if we reduce anything, the company will reduce the manpower also.
Okay, so that might not be the best idea. What else can we do? Any other suggestions?
To minimize the uses of plastic,
Yeah.
we can start from home also. We can just, like, I have seen a lot of the people using plastic bottles in home.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
So we should use a steel bottle, because it's very usable and durable also. Like, if you buy a steel bottle, yeah, I too have a steel bottle. It lasts for like 5 or 6 years, and the plastic bottles 3 or 4 months after that they're wasted. So we should use a steel container. And for storing things also in the home also, we can use steel containers or copper containers or aluminum containers. There are many type of containers available in the market, but the people are using plastic containers.
So it start small and start close to home and then extend outwards.
Yes.
Okay. And I suppose by using steel containers, we are then going into Yuraj's idea of slowing down production in a way, because if people use more steel, there'll be less need for plastic and plastic bottles.
Then there will be more need of steel containers. So the employment of steel containers will increase. Then the factory which are making plastic containers, they will shift to steel and copper and
Steel.
aluminum.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good idea. That's a pretty good idea. So we've come up with two things in this class. We've come up with going onto producing steel, producing different kinds of containers. And we've also come up with as well having getting a fine. Aditi, Yuraj, do you have any other ideas? Khushbu?
I have one idea.
Yeah.
We used to have some plastic bottles or plastic containers at our home. Instead of throwing in a trash, we should use them in plantation. We can put some plants in that, which can be some new efforts or something new it is, and it can
Okay.
be decorative part as well.
Okay, very good. That's a good idea. I'll just move on very quickly to Yuraj's dad. I did not know he was here. Yuraj, you should have told me.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, so very quickly to wrap up, I'm really sorry not giving you too much time today. But what idea do you have? What can we do to reduce the use of plastic?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we should always carry, or we should keep cloth made bags with us, and it is the only way by which we can minimize the use of plastics, ma'am. And on if you see by government side, that if government is serious, that government should permanently ban those plastic companies who are manufacturing plastic products. And if it is not happening, it means government is not very serious about environmental issue as well as our health issue, because both are getting polluted all the time, and it is making too much uh, uh, injurious to our health, ma'am. It
Okay,
is
but
making the cause of, yes, ma'am.
can we completely ban the use of plastic? Like some
Yes,
things
yes,
on.
ma'am. It should be completely banned if we are serious. Otherwise, there is no way.
Okay, so that's Yurish's dad. There with his opinion. That's the completely banning. So, okay, guys. So we have three things here. So Aditi told us we can plant things. Veena, Aditi, and Kishbrew and Yurosh have spoken about fine. Yurosh also showed us the possibility of reducing the production of plastic, and then Veena told us, well, how about we increase the use of tin and steel otherwise, and that will then start reducing the use of plastic, but increasing their production.
Ma'am, in present scenario, you can see and feel also that it is the matter of prestige, comfort, laziness, and you can see it is also the matter of fashion, and we cannot live without it. But if the government is ready to minimize or control this problem, that if government takes such kind of step regarding this issue, then definitely we will start living in that way that is very much needed for us, ma'am.
Okay. All right, guys, then I'm going to leave you to discuss this next bit. Can plastic be banned for good? And I will get back with you tomorrow for another question. Enjoy the fight, guys. Bye. See you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.